Well, thank you, Madam Chairman, and I want to thank Senator Kerry and everyone. It's been a great discussion. I appreciate all our panelists, all the folks who've come today. I think what we've done with disabilities in America is probably one of those areas that makes us really proud to be an American. We've made incredible progress, and as our panels have said today, we've really inspired the world to do better, and we've helped to create the global framework for what to do with disabilities. That what we've done with ADA has basically been codified by the United Nations and being shared all over the world. It is something that we should be proud of. But one of the things I learned in my years in the private sector working with continuous quality improvement is that we can never accept the status quo. The United States can do even better than we're doing. And all of you know, being involved with veterans and disabilities, that throughout the year, every year, disabilities groups, veterans groups are meeting, they're talking, they're finding out or discovering ways to help the disabled more using new technologies. They're advocating with local, state, federal officials. Some things are being done by governments. More things are being done voluntarily by industry and builders and those who are just trying to be more accommodating. We cannot accept where we are. And now, after we've inspired the world to come in today and say, well, we have to be a part of a legally binding international treaty in order to lead the world, I know what's going to happen after working in quality improvement, that all of these agencies and groups that are involved with disabilities are going to be working to be prepared for this 4-year study. Just like our teachers teach the test, we're going to see our disabilities community preparing for the status quo rather than continuing what's happening. They have to please this international committee with what we've already codified. I'm just convinced that aspirational goals are important, but standards have to continuously improve. Protocols, technology. And folks, there's so many ways, voluntarily, through associations. I know how quality's improved with peer groups, industry groups around the country, coming together, voluntarily sharing best practices, just continuing to raise those standards. So I'm not advocating for no standards. I'm just advocating for no status quo, because we need to continue to lead the world. And submitting to an international treaty, on one hand saying it has no enforcement power and it's not legally binding, on the other hand saying we have to be involved with a legally binding international treaty, is just completely inconsistent. We need to lead the world. We need to continue to make progress in this area. But folks, submitting ourselves, and you can't say it's not submitting, we're signing a legal document to be a part of something. I think it's going to lock us into a status quo that is far beneath where the United States needs to end up. So this cause is too important. I want to be much further than we are 5 years from now, not trying to comply with existing standards that we have today. And that's what's going to happen under an international agreement, because as Mr. Ferris or Dr. Ferris has said, the United States follows the rules. If we sign here that we're going to follow the rules of this treaty, we will adapt our laws to what's in it. So again, I thank everyone. I think this is it's important to continue to bring it up. Mr. Chairman, I appreciate the give and take that you've allowed today. You've been very fair with the time, and I hope we can continue to progress with this. But I hope we'll all question whether or not we need to be a part of a legal situation around the world, when what's going on now that everyone is saying is working is being because we've set the standard for the world, and they're following us, and we need to continue to raise that standard. Thanks for allowing me to go out of turn.